Welcome one, welcome all. The shit show has started. Skill-based matchmaking. Everyone has given their take on it. Now, I haven't seen a lot of intelligent ones. Shout out to TGD, the gaming definition, for having one of the most intelligent takes on the subject. This is from the perspective of a no aim assist, no target assist controller player. I play on an Xbox One S console at around like 48 FPS on an average of 95 plus ping. To say that skill-based matchmaking doesn't help my situation would be beyond a painful understatement. So let's start from the top. Skill-based matchmaking isn't actually skill-based, it's based on score. So that's what I shall be referring to forwards. SBMM or score-based matchmaking. Because there's no true way to measure skill. It measures the score players get in their recent games and cues them in matches based on such. This measures score per minute, accuracy, apparently runtime, and on top of that, win-loss and KD, the usual, right? But one has to think, if you're not using a meta weapon, correct, and you're playing against a worse player using a meta weapon, which, by definition of it being meta, would have lower recoil, higher damage, or a higher DPS, damage per second. So you would get a lower score to a lower skill player, effectively making skill-based matchmaking irrelevant. Let's say this high-skill player decides to use a non-meta weapon, and he plays against players of equal or lower skill level using meta weapons. This player will therefore get a lower score, due to the fact that his gun is just straight up worse. Does that mean the player is worse? No, it means the weapon is worse. This is why skill-based matchmaking can't be implemented in casual games. Casual games offer a variety of weapon types. Now let's apply this to Cold War. You have a kid with an MP5 and a kid with Arctic or some shit. The kid with the Arctic is gonna lose. The L96 cannot compete with the MP5 at most ranges, outside of extreme long range, and if you are a high skill player, you're not playing at extreme long range in Call of Duty. So you are further limiting the sandbox of the skilled player to a smaller amount of weapons. Limiting the sandbox not only makes it less interesting if that high skill player goes on to decide to record videos for those people to watch to learn to get better, that will further increase meta abuse because they see only a certain amount of weapons that high skill player uses. You know what that is? That's fucking bullshit, because that will further limit the sandbox for other players at those lower skill players level. What am I supposed to do? I lose every time I use something other than the MP5. What am I gonna use? I guess I have to use the MP5 to win. So more low skill players will use it and will continue to infect lobbies, limiting the sandbox more. We see this happening, and that's how such strict metas were created in both Modern Warfare and, on top of that, Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, and MW 2019. What do you see with these games with strict metas? Stringent skill-based matchmaking, or the presence of it all in public matches. I do not have a problem with skill-based matchmaking in ranked game modes, because it is made to be competitive. The sandbox is less limited due to the factor that there are certain attachments and gun classes completely nuked by themselves, making other ones viable, right? Running a suppressed SOG is far more viable in League play due to the fact that other long-range SMGs are limited by their lower fire rate or slower handling. So the suppressed SOG becomes a whole lot more viable in League play than it does in public matches, where it would not compare, to a Daemon or a VMP in Black Ops 4. You see this happen in MW League play, and you will see it happen in Black Ops Cold War League play. Another thing I've noticed with the recent announcement of Black Ops Cold War League play, however belated it may be, is that they have nuked the sandbox to oblivion. You can't shoot down score streaks. The amount of score streaks you can use is low. The score streak application system is retarded. I don't get it. So, in Cold War, in my opinion at least, skill-based matchmaking is mute, because if you were to play League play, you'd be better off playing Pro Mod. But if you're going to play public matches, you receive a worse experience for a same or higher price that you would get in MW 2019, having an even more limited sandbox due to the fact that skill-based matchmaking and poor weapon balancing has put you in a position where you can only use 3 or 4 weapons. I personally would like to play a game where I can use more than 3 guns, because I paid for more than 3 of those guns. Another reason I think Black Ops Cold War has implemented such stringent skill-based matchmaking is to cover up for their lack of weapon variety. Black Ops Cold War has released with the least amount of weapons since Call of Duty 3 in 2006. Treyarch's first fucking COD game. Are you shitting me? The lack of content is unbelievable. Treyarch at every benchmark this year has missed completely. With the introduction of skill-based matchmaking, you don't see how little guns are in Black Ops Cold War, because you don't have time to notice, because you know you can only use 4 of them anyway. Why would I bother with the large sandbox of attachments in MW if only 8 of them are important out of the hundreds? Why would I bother to use half the secondaries when I can overkill shotguns without a penalty? Why would I bother to move when I automatically get localized haters as my specialist and I can equip perks to get it faster without punishment while running a shotgun? Why would I do anything other than run a shotgun in camp when the meta in the game encourages me to do just that? That's what I get rewarded for. But even if you do that, you're still going to lose, but then the game rewards you for losing, because skill-based matchmaking does not allow a good player to play fun matches. What the fuck? I expected Black Ops 5, or World at War Remastered, or a new take on Vietnam. Treyarch, your job is to develop a game, not swit on Twitter like Vonderhart and bitch at me about how hard it was. Delay it for another year. As long as your product is good enough, it will sell. Black Ops 3 has proven that, still having a higher player count than many of the other games that have released after it. But what does Activision, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and even Raven decide to do after year and year? Pump out more shitty games. And I'm fine playing against good players. I've proven that over and over again. What I'm not fine with doing is playing good players on high ping. I'm not fine with playing bad players on high ping. It's frustrating. If you can find a way to implement skill-based matchmaking and all our pings are 1, I'd be fine with it. Even in public matches where it's fucking miserable, at least I'd have hit detection. But how am I supposed to have that? Not everyone can afford these 1 ping setups with 144Hz monitors. I'm stuck on console due to financial reasons. My financial status shouldn't be affecting my ability to play Call of Duty with my friends, bro. This is supposed to be a casual shooter. My definition of casual isn't how hard you try, it's how much money you have to put in order to get a good experience. This isn't CSGO. I shouldn't have to dump thousands of dollars into a setup, an M&K, a mouse pad in order to be able to play. I should be able to sit down and play with my controller on my console. I enjoy being ranked off of merit when everything in my real life at least seems to not give a fuck how well I do. So I appreciated being able to come home and have my skill acknowledged based on just that skill. Not based on how much money I have right now, not based on what fucking car I drive, not based on how expensive my suit is when I go in for the interview. I enjoyed having something that was based purely off my ability to succeed, and now I can't even have that. I'm sorry if I'm starting to sound emotional, man, because this shit's frustrating. It's the same shit that happens all the time. I just want to be able to have fun, to play something without being pushed to do something else. I enjoy making fucking COD videos, but I lose my motivation to do it when I watch Chainfeed Semtex himself for 3 hours make a video and get 400 times my views, because he chooses to clickbait his audience and reverse boost. It really kills my motivation when I watch Raid Away or whatever fucking YouTuber you like just jump off a map for 2 hours and make thousands of dollars from a video. It really kills your motivation sometimes. And all I can think is, why should I bother grinding YouTube if I could just cheat and get it so much easier? Like, these YouTubers love to call out these cheaters in these games, but it feels like they do the same thing on the platform they use as a living, man. I get it, everyone needs money, but the cheaters are just doing the same shit. They want it easier. If you want to watch some good content creators who aren't like that, I guess I'll leave a list in the description, but this shit hurts, bro. Why am I still trying? Why shouldn't I just be a piece of shit, lie to my audience of fucking 8-year-olds, and make a lot more money? I don't really get it. If someone has the answer for me, please tell me, because I'm not going to go pro. With the NFL-esque style of COD Pro League, you have to be famous to fucking go pro, or be friends with someone famous. Can't be an edgy guy making YouTube videos to make a living anymore. Can't play COD to have fun and have people support you. It's not how it works. All of it's corporate bullshit. This isn't YouTube, this is their tube, right? I appreciate you guys listening. It's been Dire. Tell me what you think, please.